Previously on Battle Brawlers Reviews. Marvel Universe Uncanny X-Men 4-pack. Captain, I'm killing all she's got! And since I really want to build up views, I'm going to talk about Rogue in a different video. Batman. Very nice artwork of all of the characters on the side. Oh, right, I am worthy. Wait, this is Thor's hammer. I know what I'm going to use this for. Hey, sis! Let me tell you what I think about you touching my stuff. Nothing too spectacular on Wolverine's end. I'm still Batman. Baby Cyclops is kind of interesting. Yep, all that stuff happened. And it's a part 2, what do you expect? Anyway, back to our regular scheduled review. I need a hero to save me now. I need a hero. Alright, what's up YouTube? And we just finished talking about Wolverine and Baby Cyclops, and I want to build up some views, so let's now talk about Rogue and Longshot. Now, Longshot was a character I knew nothing about, and thanks to one of you guys, a commenter and hopefully subscriber, I think he is, which I will actually put his name right here, because he's a really nice dude for letting me know who this guy is. His powers lets him, he's basically kind of like the old Scarlet Witch, where she could change the, basically how things would work. She could make things change in a way that would benefit her. So, he's kind of like her, in a way that he can, basically, his power is good luck, and he's also a telepath if he can touch you, which is kind of cool. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Now, detailing on this figure is pretty nice. He has a collar with a nice little sash of pockets and guns. Well, not guns, but more like ammo clips. Unfortunately, they're not painted all the way around, but I can let that be excused. His sash can be removed. It's not that big of a deal, and it's pretty nicely molded. It has a nice texture to it. The belt has some silver paint, but it's molded blue. The arms are pretty simple, but it does have a kind of ruffled effect. In fact, this may be the Ghost Rider sculpt that they used. Some white paint, just some ruffling, and some matte finish for the legs, or the boot part, which is very nice. And then he does have a kind of star painted on, which is really nice. And then the head sculpt is pretty good. I heard someone compare this to an actor, and I don't remember the name of the actor, but it does kind of look like that guy. If you watch Ash Rock's review on this set, then you know what I'm talking about. Now, articulation, this guy's pretty good. He has a ball-jointed head. The collar restricts it just a little bit with the long hair, but you can still get your poses. The arms are just standard, you know, up and down, left and right. Bicep swivel, elbow, wrist, which, by the way, he does have the 4 hands, 4 fingers, which is accurate to the comics, and he has a fist in the other one. Then he has a ball-joint hips, a thigh swivel, which helps with posing, double jointed knees, which are really nice to see on figures. I do enjoy that. And then his legs rotate and then have a little bit of a rocker joint, but due to the way, I don't know if it's the way it's sculpted or perhaps just it's stiff on mine, it just really doesn't like to work, which is a shame. So Longshot is just a really cool character, and I mean, I really like this figure. I mean, it looks really cool, and I'm really glad I can pick this up. I wish I knew more about the actual character, because he sounds awesome. I mean, he sounds really cool. So, yeah, so, I mean, Longshot, I mean, yeah, you have to be a pretty die-hard X-Men fan to know who Longshot is. But if you are a Longshot fan, this would be a really nice figure to add to your collection. And if you're just an X-Men fan, I would recommend picking this up so you can add some more X-Men members. And my camera is about to die, so let me just change the batteries real quick. Sorry about that, you know, technical difficulties and all. But, yeah, so that's my opinion on Longshot. I do really like the figure, and the character just sounds awesome. So I'll put him aside, and we'll finally talk about the Southern Goddess Rogue. This is the #1 reason I bought this set. And I gotta tell you something, Hasbro must be evil, because Rogue is probably the most fan-demanded character. I mean, outside of Wolverine, she is the most demanded, most beloved, most fan-loved character of all time. So what do? They stick her in a $20 pack. Good work there. But it is so worth it for this figure, because this figure is just gorgeous. I mean, it is gorgeous. So detailing, we have a very, very nice head sculpt. I mean, you got her bandana, the white in her hair. Her hair is huge, I mean, but it is just a nice head sculpt. Her jacket is a soft plastic with even some paint for the buckles on the pockets. Very nice. Under it is her normal yellow and green suit with the X-Men logo located on her boob. And then her she has the sleeves molded onto the arm, and then she does have her gloves on. She has the X-Men belt, which is not glued to the figure, so it's gonna move around. She has the really high boots, which has some molding on it. These green straps, at least on one of these, kind of likes to move, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a separate piece or the glue just wore off on mine. So just be careful with that, because you may have one that's just kind of broken off. And that's really it for detail. I mean, it is a really nice figure. Now, she is the female sculpt, so she is very delicate. That's the thing. You do kind of feel like you're going to break her. But you can't have a female figure have the same build as a male character. But, articulation. A ball-jointed head, which actually is pretty nice. I mean, considering the fact that she has, like, Starfire hair, she can look left and right with little trouble. Ball joint torso, so she can get the normal movement. No waist joints, but her arms do go up and down. They are a little tight on mine, going outwards, but that may vary. The elbow goes up, and actually it's an elbow. It rotates at the elbow, which I didn't expect. A wrist joint. I do wish she came with an open hand. She just has 2 fists, but whatever. Ball jointed hips, which do really work on this figure. Not really much for outward, but pretty much everything else you need her to do will work. That's the thing with ball joints. I usually have trouble with the ball joints, but this one's pretty nice. A thigh swivel, dull joint knees, which the paint may get stuck in the joints, so do be careful, because you could see right there it goes a little sloppy right there with the paint. So if it gets in there, and you have trouble with the knee, it's probably just some paint stuck in there. Now the ankles are pretty cool. You have the normal rocker. It doesn't rotate, but you get well, it kind of does, because I forgot to mention, it does rotate right here above where the boot would be, so at this green line. But you have an awesome tilt, so you can get some wide-legged stance, and that's really cool. I really do like that. And you can even get her in her kind of flying pose, which is awesome. I mean, this figure is just so cool. This figure is just amazing. This is an amazing figure, and I just can't get over how well this figure turned out. Posing can be a little difficult, so I kind of just put her in a rage kind of pose. But I mean, this figure is just so awesome, man. She does have trouble standing, and that's just the norm with the female sculpts. You can have her lean against something, or just give her an extra figure stand, because it's a multiple pack. They don't come with stands, but this figure is just so cool, and it's totally worth the $20. I mean, you get Longshot as another X-Men you can add to your ranks. You get a really awesome Wolverine figure, and you get Baby Cyclops if you're a fan of Baby Cyclops. Now, quick comparison. Here is Rogue and Longshot next to Cyclops. And I really like how this Cyclops is from the cartoon, and this Rogue is from the cartoon. I love that. So they fit very well, I guess, in continuity. But the scaling is perfect. I mean, Rogue's a tall person, so just kind of center this more. Here she is next to Beast, who is based off the anime. Which kind of stand well in scale. Here's Nightcrawler, which a little short, so scaling pretty good, no complaints. I do think this Nightcrawler figure is a little tall. I mean, I've always viewed Nightcrawler as a little bit of a short guy, just a little bit taller than Wolverine. I don't know why, but I just always have. It's probably just from the X-Men Unlimited cartoon, X-Men Evolution cartoon, more likely. But here she is next to Wolverine, scaling very well. I mean, Wolverine's a short dude, so yeah, just scaling on these figures are really good, and these figures just work well together. If you have an X-Men shelf like me, and let me tell you something, if you have an X-Men shelf and you are a X-Men fan, then having these figures next to together just kind of gives you like a geek out moment, because these figures just look so cool together. I'm just gonna put them all right next to each other while I talk, and these figures just look so awesome together. I mean, these figures are just so cool. I'm just blown away with how great these figures always turn out. I mean, I'm a huge X-Men fan, and Marvel Universe has always been my go-to line for good figures. I mean, I just really like how these figures turn out. They just look so cool together. So, my final thoughts on the box set is that it is so worth it. If you are an X-Men fan or a casual fan, definitely pick this up. Because if you have fond memories of the X-Men cartoon, and let's face it, we have all had a crush on Rogue at some point, then this is the set you want to pick up. Die-hard X-Men fans are going to eat this up. Casual fans, and it is so worth the $20 just for Rogue. And that's all I can say about this. But we all have different opinions, and I would like to hear your opinions. So, do you have it, the figure? Do you hate the figure? Do you like the figure? Why would you hate the figure? It's awesome. But, just let me know what you guys think, if it's worth it or it's not. And you can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter for Twitter with posts on things I buy. And you can even vote on some reviews if you wish. So, yeah. Please subscribe if you haven't and like the video. Till then, adios.